Hey guys, now this is the second video of ServiceGenie where I will be explaining you the bidding concept at the same time the tabs on both the application and how they function. In the earlier video, I believe I had explained about our two scenarios. One is our on-demand service type with the various billing strategies, and same goes for marketplace. In case of book now scenario, book later, that is our single shift, and we have multiple shifts as well. So now coming back to the bid flow. So how we came up with this idea was certain services you really cannot judge what the price is, or probably they would have a budget for it. For example, let's take house construction, or over here that we have set up is for painter. All right. I don't know what is going to be the area. So what we thought was we would probably ask a few set of questions where, the customer can give his bid or the amount his budget is. And according to that, we give all that information to the correct providers, basically who have signed up to as painters in the application, and they can see if that is the expectation of their revenue. They could bid for it, for which they give a small credit amount to the app, which is going to be your earning. And that is how the flow works. So let's go ahead and see how it works. So these are few questions which we ask on mandatory basis. The booking would be for next. You put your location. What is your requirement? Let's say repainting. If we go ahead, is it for residential or corporate? All these questions are set up from the backend. I will explain it when I have the video for the backend ready. Next, you come here. What is the size? We would say we would want 2 BHKs. So we go here, put 13. Again, like we have for book now, book later, you can have it done for all three. Just explaining how this is different for us. Cancel. I think we can skip this. We add our payment method. Next, how much would we like to give? 250. Next, enter text. Looking for the basic whitewash. So next, a booking. Since Thomas is a painter, it comes into offers. So what happens here is there is a bid required here. So if it does interest him, he can bid, or he could just let it go after 3 hours. The booking would just expire. So let's assume that Edwin is interested. It gives him all the details here, what have we filled in, and he has a rough estimate of what the customer is looking for, and he bids amount 300. For the additional cost of the material. So probably the 50 bucks is extra for them. We have received something from Edwin, we get a notification. So all the responses and providers who are interested will come in responses. You can chat with them. Hey. So when you go to chat, it will show you here what is the requirement of the additional 50 for the material of the job. So he agrees to it, and we decide to hire him. Yes. And that is how your pro gets hired. And if I click on this, it takes me to my projects. Leads, requested service, payment method, all the information is given here. For painter, we see it here, and the flow is as usual. You can go on the way. So we even have a check here. So the basic check is that the booking is done for next week, 13th of October, which is for tomorrow. And because of that, we have a check that the booking does not start before time. However, the flow for it is the same, only till the confirmation page and the confirmation of the booking is not done is where we have the different UI or the different flow for confirming a booking depending on the setup you have done. So this is how dynamically we have created the service where you can set up any possible category you can think of service you can think of doctors, masseuse, you could think of packers and movers. Show you all the categories that we have set up. You have notary, lawyers for lawyers. Then you have for your home services, cleaner, plumber, pest control, carpet, packers and movers, carpenter, valet parking, car repair, puncture repair, all these. Whatever you think of, there are possible ways of setting it up. So that has been taken care of. And then you look at these tabs at the bottom for customer application. This is where they show your active chats and your past chats. This is still active since we have not completed the job. We have not had any conversations in the past, so it doesn't show you anything there. You have your profile details here where you can add your card. We have already added a card. We could add another one. Let's try that. 242, done. This is test card information that I'm putting. When it goes live, you can definitely put the live card information. Then you have the wallet where you can recharge the amount. So done, confirm and pay. And how this helps is that once I recharge my account, the amount is with you and you can keep deducting it like any wallet works, and it is paid collected through their card that they have added. Your favorite providers will list here if you add them. Your addresses. I have not saved any address, so let's save. This is my office and save and proceed. There you go. You can share the code here into as referrals on various platforms you wish. And you have a help center live chat through which we use Zendesk for help center, and live chat through third party integrations where you want to be available for support. And in case of you're looking for language change, you can do that here as well for multiple languages, and it adapts to it and changes the language of the app. Then we have information about your app, like your Facebook page, the website, all that is updated here. This is about the customer application. Going on to the provider application, similarly, leads are the ones which are still they're still in the request stage and not yet being confirmed. So in case of offers, you get your request for all three: your on demand, your marketplace, and your bidding. You must have seen that, but any bid that you have showed interest on, it comes into active bids. And once you have accepted any of them, they come into my project. They get into my project. You can either see them on accepted, the accepted, and you can see the statuses as well. Let's see if we have a booking for today. It goes on the way, arrived. So when you go here, it updates your status also on real-time basis. And if I go to my assigned bookings, it is showing me the status here as well. So that is how it works. And the schedule, I have shown it to you already. You create it. From here, you can view it. The ones which are active and passed, or none of them have expired. If you want to delete them, you can. Can't delete the schedule. Why? Because we have already had bookings accepted by, at that particular time slot, so hence we cannot. Now, if we go back, we have the profile section where you can view his profile, you can edit information. These are the information you can edit. If you want to edit the type of service, they will have to get back in touch with you, which is the admin panel, since you will want to review their details before you assign them any sort of responsibility in any of the categories. And you can change password and log out. You have your payout method. This is where you can connect the Stripe. So how this helps is that once they connect their Stripe and link their bank account and it's been verified by Stripe, and from the admin panel there is an option to pay off, you can do that then, and it becomes very convenient payoff, and it hits their bank account. So it's not completely automated, but it's the payoff button which makes sure that they get their payments on time. So this is how the bank payout method works. My listing, it's all the information that the customer can see of you. Shows all that information that you want them to see. You can edit it from this page. Then you have your my rate card. Now again, your rate card, if it's price set by admin, that is for your on demand. Since like I said, it really doesn't matter who comes to do the job, so then you have to maintain one uniform price, but I can decide which services I will not be available for. So I can select and unselect. And so we go back, you choose electrician. Again, the same thing, it's on demand, so price set by this thing. But if you take tutor, it is hourly basis. There is price set by provider. You can set your own price depending on the minimum and the maximum limit that you've created, so that they do not give any unrealistic pricing to the customer. Save it, that gets updated. You have your massage, again comes in the on demand, on the marketplace, fixed and hourly both, and they can set their own price according to the upper limit and lower limit set. So my rate card allows you to manage your rates. Document is in case you need some document, you can update it right here. What this basically, you give this information at the time of sign up, and it is frozen once you have been approved. If any edit or change needs to be done, you need to get in touch with the backend. Then you have my wallet. Again, I had taught you mentioned how can you add the wallet amount and it gets credited here. You can even have it in case you want to give them promotional advantages. History will tell you the bookings you have done this week and for this date. That is how it works. And Help Center live chat, like I've already explained, just as the customer application. And you have your reviews, which you can view if you've received any. Harry doesn't seem to have any earnings. It shows you for today. This is the acceptance rate and how many bookings you have received. In case of current, it will show you the current cycle. Previous, I believe, yes, if there is something closed. Basically, when a payment is completed of a particular cycle, that is what your previous cycle is. The current cycle is from the day the last payment was cleared till the time till the ongoing cycle. Basically, your current payment is not yet cleared, and today is what is your current status for today earnings. So yes, this is what majorly ServiceGenie is all about. Where we, like I have already mentioned, it is very flexible, user friendly, and at the same time allows you to work the way you want to work. So I hope you enjoyed the demo of both the videos, and I will have more demo videos for our dispatcher, our website, as well as our admin panel set up. So please do look forward for that. And if you do have any queries, do write to us. Thank you so much, guys.